Good morning. Well, as you see, this is my male guppy tank, which I seem to have been having a problem with. I did believe that I had some kind of wasting disease in here with some of my guppies. My yellow guppies have never been fat fish, no matter how much I fed them since they were young. They've always been a very weak strain. But I found about 4 or 5 I wasn't too happy about. So I've removed them and I've just put them in a 10-gallon tank, and I started to treat them for parasites and things like this. And this tank I just decided to put some Malifex in. But I've kept my eye on this fish for 2 days and I couldn't find anything wrong with any of the fish that were in there. Old guy still swimming about. I thought, he's over 2, he would be dead. None of my other fish are sick whatsoever, just these yellow guppies. And then it dawned on me when I put them in the new tank how old they are. I mean, these fish are 15 months old. And no wonder they look a bit bent and whatever they look like. But I'm still going to keep them separate for a month. I'm going to treat them. I've got some medicated fish foods coming. And, I've just got to realise that over half of this tank is very, 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 very old in guppy years. And I'm going to have to accept that I'm going to start losing them. As you see, I've got some new babies in here that I've put in. As I say, every other fish is fine. I'm putting on weight, and so I'm not sure that there's anything in here. But I probably won't put the old boys back in here. I'll probably make up that tank and put the older fish in there so they don't have to go after food against the young ones. I'll just keep my eye on them all for a while. So I also had a few problems. We'll move over to the big tank here. I've also had some problems in here. As some people remember, I have problems with my yellow guppies fighting in the big tank. No, it's a little tank, a 36-gallon. So I put them in here, and I've lost 3 female guppies since then. One, I think, just died of old age. She was quite big. I've still got my original 2 female guppies in here. They're way over 2. I can never see them. I never see them. I think one of them's right in the front. I think you can see her there. She's going on for 3 inches long. But I found one dead, which I believe she died through having fry. I have one now that I'm treating for dropsy, and funnily enough, she seems to be recovering. And I took out a fish last night, a female fish yesterday, because I believe she has stress white spot. Now I did treat this tank last night with a half dose. I can only do a half dose because I have Cory cats in here, and I will do a water change and give a second dose later this evening after the treatment's been in here 24 hours. I've had great luck with my treatment for ick. What is it I use? Hang on. I use Ick Guard by Tetra, and I've never lost a fish, even if it's been covered in ick with it. So I'm not really worried. I do believe I caught her when she was, I can't find any other fish with anything on them. they're all eating, they're all sort of happy, and so I will be keeping an eye on them. It's quite difficult with the yellow females because some of the yellow females have white spots in their tails anyway. I didn't find any on their bodies, so I don't know if I overreacted, but you know, I very rarely treat my fish, so I'm quite okay with giving them a treatment for white spot, just to be on the safe side, because I have Victor in here, and you know, he's only, well, he's coming up for 2, and he's got a lot of life left, so I really don't want to lose him. So anyway, that's my disaster stories. I'll let everybody know how I get on and what treatment I actually do, because it's always quite interesting to find out when you have a problem. As I say, I'll probably put my older males in. At the moment I've got the tank on the floor, I've not set it up properly, I just took the fish out and started treating them. So I might just make that tank up for some of my older guppies and see if I can find out what male I believe is becoming a problem to my females. I think that's what the problem is. They are getting stressed. They've never been stressed before. I've got very few males in this tank, and mostly females, and mostly my big older females. And of course, older the fish get, the more they can get illnesses. So I'm going to have to be very, very careful with this tank, because I really don't want any bullying or stress to start killing off my older fish. I would love to get most of my female guppies past 2. So I've done that to 2 of them, and I'd like to do that to most of them. My husband's always saying about one of my fish, he only thinks it's 1, but I have 3 fish that swim upright all the time, 3 females. They were born that way, and I can't find them. And he's only just noticed, and they've been in this tank for 13 months. So kind of funny how he has no idea that I had these 3 fish, and I can't find them. But yes, they were born, and they've swum since they were young, straight up, and they've had a nice long life. So you know, I do keep my deformed fish, I don't get rid of them. Anyway, I just thought I'd keep you up to date with Emergency Ward 10 that I'm running here at the moment. Gosh, am I old.